Yeah, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto, your source for everything collectible. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Giving
good
them
old
thanks.
Turkey
Good old Turkey Day.
Good old Turkey Day. You guys got any big plans? I mean, Kevin, you're coming over, actually, right? With the
Yeah.
fam?
Yep.
Yeah. Spencer, got any big plans?
Just do Thanksgiving with the family, yeah.
Nice.
No.
You guys
Probably a group of like 12 of us or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude. That's gonna be a good time. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Slider. Yeah, thanks for joining.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
Adrian, what's up?
Adrian, nice to see you.
We're gonna definitely get to your questions soon, Slider. We have some really announcements that we're going to announce. And in the meantime, if you guys have any questions about collectibles, digital, physical collectibles, make sure to write them in the comments so we can answer them for you. We also have some questions from X.
Just say Twitter.
Twitter and also Facebook. So excited about that. What's up, Bill?
What up?
Hey, Bill. Good to see you, bud.
So we ran this awesome giveaway. This ASM 252 original VeVe variant comic signed by David and Dan with our partner Mintalox. Big shout out to him. And we found a winner.
Yeah.
Congratulations, The Biggest Bro on Twitter. The Biggest
Bro.
Bro.
Nice.
Big congratulations to him. Yeah, very excited to get this out to you. And thank you, everyone, for entering. And, of course, big shout out to our partner Mintalox for organizing this
Mintalox.
giveaway. Yeah.
Woo.
Big shout out to him. Big shout out to him. That was awesome. That's a really cool giveaway.
Yeah. Great. And there's video of them signing it, so we have it authenticated.
Yeah, we actually saw them sign it too. Yeah. Yeah. Who needs CGC, huh? We're running another giveaway right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Weedsters to give away this VHS signed by Cheech, but signed by Tommy Chong. The Nice Dreams VHS tape. It's CIB.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool VHS tape and signed by Tommy Chong. Very cool. So if you want to get involved with this, make sure to like and retweet, follow both the M Weedsters and Comics and Crypto. The link is down in the details, and also you can go to our Twitter account to get involved in this giveaway. So we'll be definitely giving this one away in the next few days. So make sure to get involved in this giveaway ASAP. Very cool collectible.
Nice.
Spencer, do you have a little backstory on this at all, on this VHS tape?
Yeah. So Michigan Weedsters is it's basically like a hemp and marijuana like advocacy group in Michigan that's been doing some really cool stuff to, keep it legal and allow people to, get the treatment that they need and all that. So that they recently launched a cryptocurrency and they're doing some really cool things in the space with that. And the guy who founded the project is basically like pen pals with Tommy Chong. So yeah, he gets stuff signed like this, and he told me a story. I think I guess Tommy Chong loves Cheetos, and his son also loves Cheetos. So he'll just like send him like empty Cheetos bags, or he'll send him like a full Cheetos bag, and then he'll eat it, and he'll sign the bag and send back the bag. So yeah, that's where this came from.
Dude, that's awesome. Holy crap.
So it's got a little personal story behind it too.
Yeah.
That's epic.
Dude, that's sweet. Well, thank you, Michigan Weedsters. That's awesome.
Big shout out to the Michigan Weedsters. Make sure to give them a follow. They're doing really cool stuff for the 420 friendly community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big shout out to the 420 friendly community. Love them. We are giving this away today, guys. I don't know, Kevin.
I don't know if you told me.
We're giving away this physical graded card of Spider-Man on today's live stream. So make sure to hang out to the end. And if you're here to the end, question, and if you answer the question correctly, boom, the first person to answer it is going to get this physical card. Woohoo!
Nice.
It's open worldwide, wide. So, yeah.
Bonus points if you send a video of you doing a dab.
Yeah. Bonus points. This Todd McFarlane.
Oh, who's this guy?
Yeah. I've actually been back on Ted Lasso kick.
Oh, yeah?
A few
nice
scenes. Such a good show. If you haven't seen
it,
yeah, you got to watch it. But this is currently on our eBay auction right now, and a portion of the price is going to go to the First Responders Children's Foundation. This collectible limited to only 20,000 editions. is also signed by the man himself, Todd McFarlane, and this is a McFarlane Toys action figure. So make sure you get involved in it. There's a USA sticker on it for authentication. So make sure you get involved. Very cool collectible. Very excited to see who wins this one. And the link is down in the details as well.
Nice.
Spencer, what is happening here?
Great question. What is?
There's been some interesting stuff going on. Kevin, are you familiar with Pump Fun, the platform Pump Fun?
No.
It's basically like a meme coin launch pad on Solana.
Yes.
So basically anybody can very, very easily with a click of a button launch their own meme coin with very, very little liquidity, and people buy it up, and a bunch of these these meme coins that have gotten kind of big recently, or at least over the past year, have launched on Pump Fun and all that. Anyway, things got a little out of hand over the past week or so. They implemented a new feature, basically a live streaming feature, where you could live stream something and use that as a tool to try to pump up the price of your token. So there have been some ridiculous things that have gone on this week, and it's gotten actually so bad to the point that they have shut down the streaming part of it, because it's been like actually like obscene. But like, I'm like
so proud.
The first one here is like, it's like a 12-year-old kid who like started a project and then like rugged the whole thing for like 30 grand. Like literally people have been like committing crimes.
And he flipped off the camera too afterwards.
Yeah, and then he's like 30K, and then he slammed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, people like, they'll like put up like a sign. Like, there was a guy in a dog cage, and he had like, if the market cap gets to like 1 million, I'll eat dog food. If it gets to like 5 million, I'll like shit in the cage. Like ridiculous stuff, and it show off your personality. It seems like porn stars have been getting involved, but there have been like, there's a guy who I don't know if it was real or if it was just like a stage thing, but there was a guy who like hung himself like on camera. There have been people who've been like committing like serious crimes, like really, really, really messed up stuff. And it was working. Like, coins were pumping, but then like, then people would just rug pull and take the money out, and then whatever. But yeah, people were like actually like getting hurt. So yeah, it's probably good that they shut it down. But just another week in crypto,
Yeah.
This is why you can't let people just do whatever they want. Like, I'm sorry, you can't.
Coming front and center,
dude. Holy crap!
That's terrifying. Yeah, that's awful. The live stream is probably done for good now, as it should.
Yeah,
because it's only going to get worse if they kept it up. Not what you want to see going into the bull run.
No,
no, not really. No,
it's wild. It's wild. Well, nice transition to that. Hey guys, we're early, huh? I saw this and I thought it was really cool. I wanted to post about it. Fun fact: Bitcoin has now as many users as the internet did in 1997. I think it's a wonderful analogy for people to understand.
Okay.
And obviously, it seems like we're so late in all this, but really, this gives a really, really awesome perspective into how early we are. Just about 60 to 70 million people own Bitcoin, apparently. And that's how many people were on the internet back in 1997. So with all of the information that we have now, all these organizations getting involved. I mean, obviously the president now is a full backer of Bitcoin and is hiring a lot of people to get involved. And it's hard not to be bullish on the future of crypto at this point. And even announced earlier today, Venmo is now going to allow you to purchase cryptocurrency through the Venmo app.
MetaMask.
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 Yeah. You can buy MetaMask, and then But still, I mean, it's just making it easier and easier to buy crypto.
Yep. Exactly.
Which is a really exciting thing. Yeah. Very cool. So, guys, I know it's the recurring theme, and we keep hearing it for the past year and a half, 2 years. We're early, and I know it's like
since 2017. So
yeah, I know it's like beating a dead horse, but at the same time, I mean, really, it's true. I mean, this gives really good perspective. So, yeah, I hope everyone takes this to heart. What is that, Spencer?
Huh.
Look at that.
Listen to that.
Carl Choi is giving me a call. Carl doesn't know we're on a live stream.
Oh no, Carl!
Big shout out to Carl Choi from 24/7.
Oh, buddy.
I'll message him in a second. But yeah, I was lucky enough to land the secret rare on this drop, so I got the physical. Yeah,
Nice.
super stoked on this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, made a nice profit selling the digital collectible, and I get to keep this physical, which is super cool. It might not be worth the most amount of money in the world, but I think it's just super cool, like to own a piece of history like that. And yeah. And I love it's in the VeVe case and all that. It's well displayed, so yeah,
Nice.
I'm excited about it.
I'm pretty impressed how fast they were able to turn this around. That was like what?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, the drop was just like what, like a month
2
and a
months
half ago or something like that. 2 months ago.
Yeah. I was thinking like 6 months from now they're going to be able to get it, but yeah, usually those redemptions take a long time to turn around. But big shout out to Stanley Gibbons and VeVe for turning it around so quickly and getting everybody their physical redemption. Very cool, and a seamless process too.
Yeah,
really awesome.
Ooh,
so very cool. Very cool. VeVe announced that they launched their new version of the app. So we have VeVe 2 version 2. It did go off with a little bit of hiccups. There were some issues with the app, but I will say that it's exciting to see that they're creating a foundation that they can finally build on.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, this is one of the first things they're going to do is just have a new interface, and really excited to see that. But moving forward, we're going to see probably a lot more really cool updates that they weren't able to do in the previous app, because it's essentially, the reason why a lot of the updates that we were looking for didn't happen sooner or later, because they just needed a completely entire remodel.
Mm-hmm.
And why would you build upon something that you're going to just completely discard out the window, right?
Yeah.
You're just unnecessary backtracking. So, yeah. So very exciting to see this. I played with it a little bit. I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around it. It's different, and I know it's going to get better over time. Very excited to see how they continue to develop this app, but very exciting to see progress. And it's cool too that big shout to Ben and the entire VeVe team for putting a video together, acknowledging the hiccups and just talking about it and just being vocal. That's so cool. I love to see that. I love to see how vocal they are. Very bullish, very excited. Yeah.
I love how communicative they've just been in general recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like putting out the video recently about the Punisher drop and the evolvable thing, and like a lot of updates about like what's coming ahead and where we're putting our priorities, stuff like that. That I've been really happy with them about for the past couple of months. I've been really, oh yeah, good job, solid work, guys.
Yeah. Ben's crushing it. The entire team is crushing it. So big shout out to the entire team on the progress they're making. Just in general, but also the communication aspect that we've been hoping for a while, that we had at the very beginning. But the team is growing now, and they're able to really communicate and get the information out there in a much more efficient way. So that's so cool to see that. Very excited to see that. Yeah, I think it's just very promising for the future of this company.
Yeah. Just real quick. Answer this question here. So the stamp it's in like more or less like a grading case. So it's like, I think theoretically you could crack it open, but
I don't think it's a grading case. It's just it's like
no, but like it's like the same kind of style of like a case, though. It's like encapsulated in hard plastic. And actually, you know what? I'll just grab it. Give me a second.
Yeah.
We get to see it in real life.
I have one of those cases. I recognize it. It's just like a magnetic case that it just opens up for a great, for a card that you can just probably open up and just take out. But yeah, very cool. That's so cool, man. It was fun to see that collaboration, with Stanley Gibbons, and have that fun chaser aspect to be able to get one of the first stamps, the physical stamps ever produced.
Yeah,
that's
1840. That's crazy.
That's really crazy. Yeah, almost 200 years ago. So fun, dude. I'm really excited. By the way, everyone out there, we have some really fun things that we're going to talk about. There's some really, really fun things. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really excited for this live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. And on top of that, Black Friday is coming up, and there's some really cool tips on what games to purchase if you're able to purchase from this store specifically. But there's some cool opportunities out there too.
I'm bad.
All right, let's see this bad boy.
Make me big.
Make me large. Hey.
Yeah, here's the case. So it's like a thick reading case, and I think
you just pop it open from the top.
I think there might be a way to pop it open. I don't want to play with it.
You just pull the top open. It's just magnetic.
Oh, is it magnetic?
Yeah. It's just a magnetic temp. I have one of those at the house.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
And then they're also editioned as well, so you can see the edition over there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. 26.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It adds that additional layer of
nice.
value.
Yeah.
Whoever has number one,
guaranteed. You got the stamp, in there.
No.
It's cool, and I like that it's clear on both sides, so you can see both sides of it too.
Yeah. That's very cool. Very, very cool.
That's cool. And Sean, I wanted to. This is totally unrelated, but I get like a lot of collectibles just like sent back to my mom's house just because I'm traveling out and about, and I like ended up looking behind my dresser, and there was a package that fell down behind my dresser, and so I just found this. It's this Finding Neverland still sealed
original score,
the soundtrack of the movie, and it was literally like behind my dresser, still like in the original eBay shipping thing.
Yeah.
When do you think it was delivered?
Probably a year or two ago.
2 years ago, over 2 years ago. It was delivered.
Just sitting back there the whole time.
Oh, classic.
Still in the yellow whatever,
That little thing sitting there going, nobody loves me,
but I got it.
That's awesome. So if you haven't updated the app already, make sure to do so. And again, we're very excited for the progress that's going to be made on the new version of the VeVe app.
Yeah.
Very exciting stuff, guys. Our bounty. So we've had a bounty out for this for a few weeks now. And we finally have set a deadline for this bounty. There's about 700-ish editions left in the store. And if you land this, we will pay up to $1,000 for Mint number 2024, any variant. So if you want to sell to us, let us know. And if you end up landing it, we were happy to buy it from you. But just keep in mind, everybody, the deadline is this Friday at 5 p.m. PST. So after that, it'll expire and the bounty is void. So make sure to hit us up before then. If you end up landing it, we would love to purchase it from you. And best of luck to everybody out there. Yeah. And on top of that, what? Yeah. This is a big reason why we have deadlines, guys, because this
stuff comes out when we want to put out new bounties.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. We are super excited for this one. We're putting a bounty out for the common, uncommon, and rare Punisher digital collectibles, mint number 1974. $1,000 for the common, $2,000 for the uncommon, and $3,000 for the rare. So be very careful if you land a collectible, if it's specifically your mint number 1974, because it could be burnt. You have the option to potentially burn it. You don't want to do that. If you land 1974, do not burn it. Yeah.
Give it to us.
We just don't want to
see it for you.
Yeah. But also we just don't want to see it burned.
Yeah. We talked about this internally. We're very concerned that this collectible could be burned. And it's a very, very, very exciting collectible, especially the mint number. Yeah, first appearance, mint number 1974. We're just really excited for this. We just do not want to see that.
Yeah.
So if you end up landing it and you want to sell to us, let us know. We're probably going to have a very, very short window deadline right after each drop. So make sure to hit us up if you land this collectible and you want to sell to us.
Yeah.
Best of luck, everybody. This is going to be really fun. It's in 3 days. Yeah, it's on Saturday morning. It starts over the course of a week. It's going to be a lot of fun. What are you guys' strategy going to go? Are you guys going to go for it?
Oh yeah, 100%. This is one of my favorites in a while. I want to get everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully the chaser too, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go for the chaser. That's for sure.
I love the idea that the common specifically has a chaser because you have an opportunity to. I mean, I presume it's going to sell out.
Yeah.
It would sell out pretty quickly, probably in a day or two. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's sell it in the same day, or in a day or two?
It can sell it pretty quick. I mean, I think there's gonna be enough people who are going to be going to try to get.
I think so.
So
yeah. I think it's a unique enough drop with the chaser, but also the evolvables assets in general. So I think a lot of people are going to go.
I think people are just going to want to participate in the first evolvables drop, just to be part of it,
Yeah, definitely. Very cool, dude. That's awesome. Have a chaser for the common, and then on top of that, then you go to the uncommon. And what's cool is we had Corey on, so they talked to Corey for coming on our show and go into a little more detail about it. You cannot burn the chaser variant, which is exciting. I'm happy to hear that because you cannot burn it. It's a completely different set on its own. So when you go and try to burn it during the burning process, there won't be an option to burn it.
Nice.
You can't click. So I'm very happy to hear that, because I was worried that could have been a possibility, but it's an entirely different set on its own. So well done, VeVe team, for making that happen. Very cool. I can't wait for it. And I was joking about them on the show last week, Kev. I was laughing, like, how many people are going to say, what, the burning process didn't even work? I can't even use my common for it. I think they're going to find out they have like the rarest version of
I know. What? Come on.
That's going to be frustration to pure joy. Amazing transition. Yeah.
It'd be cool if they could have a way to lock certain mint numbers, to make specific mint numbers unburnable, basically. So like mint number, and then like so nobody accidentally does it, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least a warning and be like, hey, you have something really valuable. Don't burn it.
Yeah. Or just in general, you have something that's really valuable. Maybe you have a mint number that can show the percentage of whatever, this thing sells above floor.
Mm-hmm.
That could be interesting too. I mean, I'm sure it'll take work on the back end to make that happen, but it's something to think about in the future, because that's a big reason why we like to do these bounties, because we want to help educate people on what people are valuing in terms of mint numbers. Mm-hmm. And publishing your mints are definitely one of the biggest by far. And I mean, for example, Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1, the first appearance of the Sinister Six, we put a bounty out for that one. Whoever ended up minting that one, minted it, and it was their only collectible on their entire on the entire app. I think it was probably their first thing they went for, and they ended up flooring it for 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 gems.
Yeah,
we had a bounty out for like $1,500 for that thing, and they had no idea. And that's what kills me. That's what breaks my heart. I don't want to see people get burned like that. Obviously, it's a lesson I hope they learn. But at the same time, we want to make sure that people understand this is the floor prices for these things. For a lot of the collectibles, when we put bounties out for, we're making sure that people understand this is the floor. This is the floor for prices for that mint number. I mean, if people want to come in and offer more or counter our bounties, great. We encourage that. If people want it more than us, they want to pay more, by all means, do it. And especially if people can get more money for it, all the power to you. We hold no grudges over this stuff. Mm-hmm. It's all fun for us. We're happy to have it if we can get it. We've been able to land I think 2 collectibles so far out of like the dozen or so bounties that we put out.
Yeah, our win rate is not that high.
No, it's not. But it's also exciting because it's helping people understand what the value of these things are going for.
Yeah,
what we're willing to pay for it at the very minimum. And if people want to hold on to it too, that's great. I know there are some people that have held on to their publishing mint year comics. One specifically is Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man. He landed it on the drop, and he's still holding on to this day.
Awesome.
Which is really cool. Yeah, I've chatted with him quite a few times. Yeah, big shout to him. That is quite the grail. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, which is fun because I remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about, remember that poll that we put out and said, would you rather own a 0.5 grade, the physical, which sells for around $10,000 to $12,000 right now? Or would you rather own the 1 of 1 mint 1962? And the poll out of like 500 people was split. It was almost 50-50. It was like 50 points.
Yeah.
The winner for the physical.
Yeah.
So that basically tells me that people are looking at the value of that thing around 10 grand plus for that 1 of 1. At least right now in this market, which is really
well, and within this very specific niche community.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, that's a really special piece. So really, really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. What's up, Jason?
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, Evolve. What's up?
Evolve. How you doing?
And I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Amazing. Hey, Stacy.
Boys getting married.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see it.
Oh man. Hope you're ready for this wedding, buddy.
You're screwed.
Pretty good one. Clay Fighter. What? Who's heard of this game? Spencer, have you heard of
I played one version of this when I was younger.
About it.
Yeah, we talked about it. So Clay Fighter.
Yeah, you won't stop talking about it all the time.
God, you're so annoying. This game specifically, Clay Fighter, was a Comic-Con exclusive, a Blockbuster exclusive, and it was up to about $50,000 or $60,000 on Heritage Auctions, and it ended up selling for $175,000.
Woo, man.
$175,000, and they're said up to be only about 2 or 3 sealed copies in existence. Apparently, one of the sealed copies was converted over to CGC, so I think there's only 2 sealed copies in existence. Yeah, and these were specifically dedicated to Blockbuster Video, which you could rent them from the store, and I don't think a lot of them were sold sealed. I don't think any of them were sold sealed.
Yeah,
if you look on eBay and you type in Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut, you'll see that the games are offered thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars CIB, thousands of dollars just the cassette by itself. It's crazy how much money people are putting on this because it's a very exclusive, rare variant connected to Blockbuster Video.
Super. Hope you hold on to it.
Yeah, California Comics. Clay Fighter was awesome.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what's fun about the whole Blockbuster thing, seeing these extremely rare games, but also just Blockbuster in general, things you weren't allowed to keep. So it's fun to see Blockbuster videos being sold on people who just kept them. They're like, whatever, I'll just keep it and just never give it back. Now have them and sell them online, and some of them sell for quite the premium. I mean, I remember
the Star Wars rental copy; those were never meant to be circulated to the public.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very good comparison. So, yeah, incredible purchase, and congratulations to the buyer and seller. Very exciting.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
This is cool. So this is I forget what page it is. I think it's like 19 or 20. But this is from New Mutants 98. Original artwork from Rob Liefeld.
Oh,
this is apparently Deadpool's very first appearance on a story on a page ever.
A story page, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Right there, I think page 18. Page 18. Yeah, page 18. This is the first time we see Deadpool on paper in a comic ever in existence right here. So cool. And this sold for $960,000, which in my opinion, I think pretty cheap. I mean, considering the significance of this piece, specifically this, it's not just from the New Mutants 98 comic. This is the first time we ever see Deadpool ever in the history of anything. And it's right here, and this is the real deal. So, man, whoever ended up buying this one, I'm very confident they're going to be able to get quite a premium for this one in the future. Yeah,
nice.
Great purchase on this one. Super cool.
Yeah, most people are surprised at how big these pages are when they're initially drawn. They're actually pretty big. Yeah.
11 by 17? Is that the size of them?
I think so. Something like that.
Something like that. It's huge. Yeah, they're really big. Really big. So, very cool. And I believe it's signed by Rob Liefeld, too.
No.
No, it's not.
Okay, I was like, I don't see that.
You should definitely get it signed, though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Detective Comics 27. This is officially the first appearance of Batman. And according to Go Collect, a 0.5 grade is never sold in the history of a public sale, at least. I'm sure there have been private sales.
Gotcha.
But a public sale, there was no record of it, at least on Go Collect. And this one sold for a whopping $312,000.
Yeah. Literally the worst possible.
0.5.
The worst possible blue label grade.
It is blue label. So that does
blue label.
Yeah. I will say this is still it presents very well.
It presents really well for a 0.5.
Yeah, I was going to say, it actually looks pretty good.
There's some AF-15s with half the cover missing. It's like 5 grade.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm sure this has like no staples. It's like literally falling apart.
The back's probably missing.
Yeah. Well, actually, it says right there underneath, it says wrong back cover. So
wrong back cover. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably separated completely.
We just taped on
from a different cover.
Possibly, yeah. But let that sink in for a second. $312,000 for the bottom barrel floor of this comic.
Just shows how significant that is.
We need to start going through attics and other people's old spaces.
That's insane.
Because at this point, it doesn't matter what condition it is, just it's worth it.
And that's something we've always talked about too, right? The ceiling is obviously very important. What's the highest value for the comic? But also the floor is very important. Because we talked about like a lot of the comics, people say, "What should I invest in on VeVe if we're in digital format?" If you're planning to compare it to the physical comics. It's important to look at the highest value. It's obviously important, but also look at the very bottom floor, because if the comic's, worth $150,000, $200,000 in its highest grade, but then it's worth like $80, $100, on the very bottom floor, and it's kind of makes it tough, right, to assess a value. But if the floor is $312,000, the ceiling is probably worth, who knows? I mean, I think the highest grade is a 7.5 or an 8.0, and we're talking millions and probably millions of dollars.
Yeah,
20
minimum. Yeah.
So whenever this one drops on Canyon Digital, guys, I mean, just block out the entire day and just save up gems, whatever you gotta do. Not gems. Save up your Canyon Digital.
Put money in your savings account. Just do what you can.
Just get ready to stack, because there's going to be a lot of people who don't really understand the value of this thing, and they're going to floor it. And this thing is just going to skyrocket the first day, because you're going to have a lot of whales come in. Yeah. I'm sure they're going to max it to 5 per account, and it'll probably be 2. They'll probably do 3 to 5,000 variants of this, somewhere around there. Probably keep it around Superman 1, maybe.
Yeah,
but super exciting. That is it's going to be a wild day when that one drops. We're going to definitely cover that one. So be prepared. That was Lion King. Yeah. That was for you guys.
Thanks, John. That was beautiful.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Dorothy's Red Slippers. How cool is it? So this is currently on auction right now at Heritage.
Nice.
And really cool backstory on this. So this is actually the ruby red slippers that was used in the production of The Wizard of Oz. And the exact number of red slippers that were produced is still unknown to this day, but people estimate around 5 to 7 pairs were created for the production. And each pair was custom made for Judy Garland or specific scenes. And for there's only 4 pairs that are around today that are known to exist. One is in the Smithsonian National Institute. The other one is in the Motion Academy of Arts. One is involved with a private collector. And then one is a recovered pair that was stolen from the Judy Garland Museum back in 2005 and recovered in 2013 after an extensive FBI investigation. Mm-hmm. And that's this pair.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's this pair that was stolen. Pretty crazy.
This is the stolen pair. Wow.
Yeah. What's really cool, too, is that Leonardo DiCaprio was actually heavily involved. Him and quite a few investors were involved in getting the pair that was donated to the Motion Academy of Arts and Sciences. So, nice. Yeah, very cool. But yeah, this current collectible is sitting at one. Actually, no, it's, if you include buyer's premium, which the final price does, we're looking at right now with 10 days left, $1.43 million.
Wow.
$1.43 million.
That is incredible.
Yeah, I think it's easily going to see 3 million plus for sure.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I heard one of the buyers is the actual museum, like the Judy Garland Museum. I think they're like trying to get it back, basically.
Wow. That's in there. That's so cool. I wonder if they can identify which scene. It's probably going to be hard to photo. Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, that'd be a lot harder to figure out. But there could be signs. People do this for a living, man.
That's true.
Yeah, totally. That's insane. But yeah, very cool to see this piece on auction. And they have a lot of other really cool collectibles that we'll be covering over the next couple of weeks, including like a Humphrey Bogart Oscar. I don't know.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I think it's from the what's the one where he's on a boat and he's traveling down?
The African Queen.
Boom.
I think that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's it. The African Queen. Yeah, it's super cool collectible. Wow, that's insane. Yeah, man, very exciting stuff. Hard pivot.
Yes.
Kevin told us about this today, and we had to share. We're all massive fans of Always Philadelphia. So, Kevin, take it away. What is this?
Dude, I love this. Is the first ever Funkos for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This is awesome. So, drop with 3ps.io is dropping Funkos for Always Sunny in Philadelphia, featuring our favorite characters in some of the most famous poses and scenes of all time. Obviously, as you can see at the top there, we have a lot from the from the Dayman episode.
Night man.
Night man. But what's really cool, and one of our favorite things, is the physical collectible that you get with this. If you get the digital version, is the actual Charlie Day conspiracy scene from Always Sunny where he's in the mailing room and he's like, "Can we talk about the mail? I want to talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail? I've been dying to talk about the mail. I got these things about this guy, Pepe Sylvia. I got a whole box full of Pepe."
Pepe Sylvia is
so good. Do you guys know the fan theory behind that?
No.
So and the creators have said it's not true, but I love this fan theory. It's one of my favorites, which is that if you know anything about Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Charlie is illiterate. He can't really read well. So a lot of people have speculated that Pepe Sylvia is Pennsylvania. And he just doesn't know how to read it, so he calls it Pepe Sylvia, but it's Pennsylvania. And
Pepe
Carol
in every office.
Yeah, exactly. And Carol is into the care of instead. So Carol. So he's just reading all this mail wrong and creating a conspiracy based on it. I love that theory. It's one of my favorite fan theories out there.
That's not true.
It's not true. The guys behind the show have said that's not true, but I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Good.
That's so cool. These drop in digital format, and the way it works, they've been doing this for quite some time over on wax.io.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is that you buy digital packs, and if you hit a certain rarity, you can redeem for the physical, and they send it to you for free, which I've done. I've been able to. So the Back to the Future, I hit the mom and dad, and they're basically essentially like the ultra rares, and I was able to redeem both of them. Actually, are coming back graded from VGA. Big shout out to VGA. At San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm getting them back in like a week or two.
Nice.
And they're giving my parents for Christmas because they're huge back. The mom, and the dad. Yeah, so back to the future. So I'll make sure to post.
That's awesome.
Get delivered.
Yeah. These Funkos though are super limited. If you don't know anything about Funkos, most Funkos that are produced have very, very large production runs. So generally speaking, these are like somewhere in like the 1,000 to 2,500 range that are being produced on the physical side, which is super, super limited.
Yeah. So like for example, if you look down right, you see right here, it says NFT release. It says 2,500 editions. So there's only 2,500 of this one. Who's Frank as Ongo? Got blown again. Ongo again. This is the he's like the art dealer in a couple episodes. And a really funny character that he plays in the show by Frank Reynolds.
Oh my god!
And then of course you have Mac. I kind of wish they did the Nightman Cometh as Mac.
But the Duster's great though.
Yeah.
The Duster is great.
You gotta have the Duster.
This is Mac when he's trying to play a bouncer.
Yeah. They do have the Nightman Cometh,
but not in physical. Not in physical.
Oh, not in physical. You're right.
Yeah. But they do have a digital.
They have a digital version. Yeah.
This is so funny, dude. This is so great. I give him an octal pack down.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then Liam McPoyle, also 2,100 editions. Liam McPoyle is one of the two very good brothers.
Yeah.
The recurring characters, supporting characters of the show. Who are
the most disgusting, terrible people on this planet.
I love McPoyle episodes.
So good. And then we have D. Only 2,100 editions.
High School D.
High School D, which is great. This is her in her back brace.
What did they call her? The mechanical monster or the
mechanical monster? I think that's what
it was something like that. I forget her nickname.
It's so good. And then you have Dennis. This is Dennis. Oh, so this is the football episode.
Where they're trying out for
trying out for the
This is from like season 1. There's 2,100 editions of this one.
Wow.
And this is when he tried out for the Philadelphia Eagles. So the whole spoof on that was similar to, what was the movie called? With Mark Wahlberg. Invincible. Yeah, thank you, Spencer. You're Philadelphian. You should know this.
I know.
I know.
Invincible, where based on a true story, you had an average guy try out for the Eagles, make the team, and do really well. It was a really cool story. And they turned it into a film, which you can watch, called Invincible. So that was a spoof on that. And obviously, they tried out for the team, and they were not good at all.
Like fake Donovan McNabb that came and gave a speech.
Yeah, fake Donovan McNabb. And then, of course, this is the Grail. Only 990 editions.
That's what I want so bad.
Conspiracy Charlie. Yeah, this is a really cool collectible. And by the way, guys, if you get this collectible and you get it shipped to you, and it's in the box, in the shipping box, and you want to get an uncirculated label on it, do not open the box.
Mm-hmm. Leave it.
Just send it directly packaged to a VGA Or I think CGC in the future will grade as well, collectibles. But right now only VGA does it, and you get a grade from them. Actually, it's technically AFA, so it's all under the CGA brand. They have different subsidiaries, but the Conspiracy Charlie, if you get it, yeah, exactly. Uncirculated label, which I think will be a big deal for these specifically limited collectibles. But I don't think a lot of people are thinking that way.
No.
So you could only have a handful that are uncirculated, which could add additional value because it'll say uncirculated on the actual label, which could be a really big deal.
Yeah.
So this drops on the 3rd. I think what we should do, guys. We should buy some and do an opening, a pack opening.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Well, didn't we do that with like a Harry Potter?
We did
a while ago.
Yeah, we did.
We did do that for Harry Potter.
Yeah, but no, I'm so down to do that for this. I want this so bad.
They've done a lot of cool drops, and they are kind of like created the foundation of digitals. I mean, they've been around
the first ones to do
years.
this.
It all started with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which also was collectibles in digital format. So it was very cool to be a part of that one.
Yeah, they're going on like 3 or 4 years of doing this now.
Yeah,
it's been a long
crazy
time doing this.
Yeah. And I'd love to see more of this with VeVe, especially since they've already partnered with Funko.
Yeah.
So but we're very excited for this. I'm curious what this is going to sell for. I mean,
I don't know. I would spend $500 for it.
I think the floor
it's so good.
At least 300.
I think it'd be at least. Usually that's where they set. Usually around like 300-400 in that range. But I mean, I'm gonna buy some packs and see if I can land it. But like, I'm buying the shit out of that thing.
Yeah, and
sometimes
you're lucky too, guys, because like I said, we did it for Back to the Future, and in one pack I was able to land the mom and dad, which essentially were like the ultra rares, and I was able to get 2 physicals in one pack. So it happens.
You get lucky.
It was really cool. So we're really excited for this, and we'll definitely do a live stream drop. And if anybody else wants to be a part of it, let us know.
If you guys have packs and wants to open them live, it's
gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a really good time.
I'm so excited.
I know. It's been a while.
I'm so happy you pointed this out.
I know.
It's been a while since we actually have seen a really cool.
I love it.
One that speaks to us personally.
Yeah.
And this is definitely one of them.
It was the first one.
Look at this.
I also want the Frank digital.
Yes.
And look at Charlie right here. Look at him.
Oh yeah, there's a digital one of it. Yeah.
Visual animated. Well, that probably is. That one probably is the digital that you get that's redeemable for
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Are animated. Yeah.
That's cool.
Frank is control.
And I wonder if they have digital. Oh, I wonder if they had a Freddy Funko version. Because usually they have a Freddy Funko.
Usually they do.
They usually do.
Let's see what's in here. Yeah, they didn't.
Usually they have like a chase for it. Usually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they lay it out so well.
Yeah.
So right here, I'll zoom in for you guys. So you have the drop happening on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
The redemption is open on April 2nd. So make sure to hit your calendars for this, guys. If you land something, or you can buy it in the secondary market. Because the way it works is if you have it in your account by this date, then you'll be airdropped a token which you can redeem for the physical. So once these redemptions happen, the digital variants just plummet in price. Like you'll see the digital sell for like $300 or $400 plus, on the marketplace, but then they'll just plummet hard to the ground for like $10-$20 afterwards. Because people are just like throwing them away like receipts, which I think the digitals could do very well because you're still only limited to $999.
Oh yeah. Super limited.
I'll buy a couple of those for sure once that happens.
Especially once they drop. Yeah.
So it opens April 2nd. You have 1 month to redeem it, and the redemption close, and that's done. Which I'm sure a lot of people have forgotten, or just forgot about it and just didn't do it. And then you'll get it sometime in Q3 of 2025, which would be probably around summertime. Wait, no, it's fall. Probably September-ish, around there. Yeah. So very cool. It's cool that you have the calendar there. The way it works too is again you have to buy packs. There are 16,000 packs for $10 each, and you get 5 cards per pack. Or you can buy the premium pack for $30 and you get 17 items. So if you're thinking of it that way, 3 for $30, but you get 2 additional cards for one of the premium packs. So yeah, it might be worth getting a premium pack if you're going to buy 3 of the regular packs. Something to think about. But there are quite a ton of additions.
Yeah,
there's
35,000 of them.
Yeah, but there's so many different variants and so many different cards to collect.
That's true.
So yeah.
And then obviously, keep in mind too, like when the show started, I think 5. So double check when the show started, but that could be a really cool mint number as well, which I think people will probably sell for very cheap. You have mint number 1s available, so you can go for mint number 1. So there are other chasers involved in this as well.
So, yeah, 2005.
Yeah, 2005. So 2005 is the number that you want to look for for Always Sunny. Very cool. And you can't get those with the redemption physicals because they're all limited to 2100.
Yeah. Like, so, I think for the Scooby-Doo drop they did, I have a publishing mint for one of those. I think I have the pack actually. I have an unopened pack that's like the 1973 publishing mint or whatever.
Nice.
For Scooby-Doo that I had.
Yeah, keep that in mind too, guys. Very similar to Candy Digital, you don't have to open your pack if you don't want to, and you get assigned mint number. So if you get a 2005 pack or a number 1 pack, don't open it. Don't open it because that pack's worth a lot by itself. So little tip there for you guys. But yeah, this is really fun. It is expensive. The packs are expensive, but they're a lot of fun. And if you're really excited about it and you really enjoy this stuff and you enjoy the characters like we do, I mean, Always Sunny to me is probably one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah,
top 3 easily. And, we couldn't possibly be more excited for it. So maybe we should have a live stream watch party. I don't know if we could do that.
Let's do it. Honestly,
we'll probably get shut down because of copyright issues. But hey, it's
who cares?
We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll watch. You know, what we should watch before. We should watch the Christmas episode.
I'm down. Let's do it.
We'll get the Christmas episode and we'll stream that before. That'd be super fun to watch that together live.
We'll probably get shut down.
Yeah, we'll probably get shut down. Yeah, probably. And remember, everybody out there, ask us questions about collectibles. We have some from Facebook and from some other places, but make sure to hit us up and write in the comments if you have any questions about collectibles, physical, digital, anything. We were very excited to answer them.
Or even if it's not about collectibles at all, if it's just a question,
if you want to know
maybe we can answer.
What kind of cats play?
Exactly. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. What I ate for breakfast this morning? So that question's out the door.
Wow. Thanks, John.
Oh man, that's awesome. So big congratulations to the biggest bro. This is our winner.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Super cool. Thanks for coming and shout outs. And congratulations to you for winning this ASM 252. Actually quite limited physical variant as well. And super limited on the digital side. And signed by David and Dan. And very cool that we're really happy to get that video for you too. Them actually signing it. So you have that for yourself, to enjoy this collectible, knowing that you had the chance to you weren't able to be there in person, but now you have a video showing them signing it, which is really, really special. So and a big shout out to Mentalox as well, of course, for organizing all this. Baby. So thanks so much for putting this together and giving us an opportunity to collaborate. So, and again, the biggest bro, Kevin Sean, time and energy provided the community. You gave us a space where we can be ourselves and geek out together. Cheers, and may you all end the SC Punisher. That's awesome.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Very cool. Very cool.
Sean, maybe a good time to plug the giveaway that we're doing today live on the stream for the people who are just joining us now.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you're just joining us now, that's not it. That's it. We're giving away this amazing Spider-Man. This 1991 Marvel Universe Spider-Man card graded mint 8.
This guy.
And this is a physical card that we're going to be giving away, which is really cool because actually what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving you essentially an NFT of the physical that's locked in a Brinks vault. So we'll be transferring you the NFT, which is stored in a Brinks vault on Courtyard. You're going to get the NFT, which you can have in your collection. You can cash it out. And I believe you get it shipped to you for free, which is really cool. So you have this collectible for yourself. You have it carried with you at all times in your pocket. And and again, you can cash it out or you can keep it on there. You can resell it, whatever you want to do. You can transfer it to somebody else, whatever you want to do. So it's a fun way to, we're really excited about the future of this technology. And also our partner Fanable is in the process. They made a cool announcement today that they're about to launch. And this is going to be super exciting times, guys, because we have some really, really awesome stuff brewing with them. And we're so pumped to share it with you. So, it's so cool. How cool is that? So this is actually a physical card that's stored in a Brinks vault, I believe in Salt Lake City or New York. Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. All right. Physical media. Physical media.
What's that?
Yeah, it's dying. It's dead.
Yeah.
No bueno. So, physical media is something that we've been talking about for the past year and a half. We've seen sealed video games, sealed VHS tapes sell for insane premiums, CDs and cassettes, because these things are tied to nostalgia, they're tied to pop culture, and a lot of them are very scarce, and people put tremendous value on these collectibles. Now, it's interesting because a lot of people have said ignore modern video games. Don't even think about buying modern video games. But we counter that. We highly actually disagree with that. And the reason is this. According to the game industry and journalist Christopher Dring, 75% of all video games released in Europe in 2024 were purchased digitally through PlayStation Store, Xbox, eShop, and Stream. This figure marks a 12% increase in 1 year compared to 2023, when 63% of the total game sales were sold digitally, leaving the remainder for physical format. The days of 50-50 split are behind us, and fewer games are being sold on discs or cartridges. So what does this mean for collectors? Well, with fewer physical copies produced as digital sales dominate, physical games are likely to become scarce collector's items. That is really bullish for physical collectibles. So you look at like Harry Potter and the Hogwarts Legacy game. Very popular game. A lot of people love it. Imagine now 80% plus potentially of that game being purchased digitally. And even the physical side, people buy them to open to play with them. Mm-hmm. So how many are going to be left?
Stay sealed.
Yeah. So how many people are going to be left sealed when it's all said and done? I don't know. Probably not that many. Not that many. So right now it seems like, there's a lot of them out there. They're not going to sell for a lot. Even on eBay right now, you probably get them for pretty cheap. But over time, that's going to change, and people are going to view it differently. But when's a good time to buy? When's a good time to buy? Well, right now is a good time to buy because of Black Friday. Black Friday is a great time to buy these sealed video games at a very cheap discounted price. A lot of the games over time sell or discounted, right? So a game comes out for the first time, it's sold for $60, $70, sometimes $80, depending on what kind of game it is, or if it's like a collector's edition. And then over time, they're just trying to get rid of it. So they just sell it for cheaper. But during Black Friday, you see pretty significant discounts on games. And we want to share with you some options that could be really great potential buys. Mm-hmm. Even potential short-term flips from what I learned last year, and I'll get to that in a second. So at Best Buy is a great place to buy them. Here's a great example. Elden Ring, which is a very popular game. It got a 10 out of 10 on IGN. Very popular game. Kevin, have you played this one?
I have not. No.
What are your?
I've heard a lot of great things about it though. Like I haven't had a chance to play it yet. It's apparently a very hard game, but like on purpose, and like it's meant to be like a challenge for people to go through. If you like fantasy games, that's definitely where this realm is. And if I'm correct, I believe George R.R. Martin was involved with like helping create this world. So it's a lot of prestige behind it and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people who played it and loved it. Yeah.
Wow. So is this tied to Lord of the Rings or no?
No. This is its own separate, its own IP, intellectual property. So it's an original intellectual property.
Yeah.
George R. R. Martin is also the Game of Thrones. Just
yeah, for the author of Game of Thrones. Yes, correct. Not J.R.R. Tolkien.
Well, right now, and these do sell out pretty quickly, and I'll get to that in a second. But right now, you can buy this game for $20, which is $30 off the normal price of $50. And I will say that based on my experience, at least, when this game sells, if it sells out, they have a limited supply for Black Friday. When it sells out, it's out. But when Black Friday is over, the game jumps back to $50. So whether you're thinking of potentially short-term flipping it, which is not a bad idea as well, or just holding on to it long-term, you're getting at a pretty reasonable price of $20, still sealed. Now, again, I don't know. The only thing I will make sure to proceed with a little bit of caution here, I don't know if these are first prints of the games. Yeah. And we're going to get into a couple games that specifically could be later prints potentially. We really don't know. But either way, it's a very, very affordable price. I would say that since this game is newer, it's very possible. The next one is Hogwarts Legacy. And last year, this game we were able to get it for $20. It's down a little bit less at $30. Normal price $50. We're actually playing that game again right now, and we're actually playing as Slytherin instead of a Gryffindor.
Nice.
Gryffindor. Yeah.
Hufflepuff all the way.
What's fun is that the side missions are actually different.
Oh, cool.
You're a little bit different.
Yeah.
Which makes it fun. Obviously, the overall scale of the story is the same, but the side missions to get into certain places are actually slightly different, and it makes it a little more enjoyable because you're playing a different game based on the houses that you pick. So, pretty cool to experience it all over again. It's really fun. Cool. But this is a game that I'm very bullish on. Originally, we thought that the show that was announced was going to be based off this game, which made me very bullish. But apparently, the show is now going to be based off of the original series in a more detailed version.
Of the books.
Which is still cool. I think I'm cautiously optimistic. I think that they're going to be I would hope that they're going to go about the right way, and I think they probably will. But that being said, great opportunity here. Very cool game, very popular. Majority of the sales are digital, which leaves a pretty big scarcity for the physical side. Spider-Man 2. You got $30 off this one. Normal price is $70. So you're getting at $40 compared to $70. Another good option. This game is rated really, really high as well. Yes, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is a game that came out a few years ago. So again, I'm not really sure if you're going to get the original variant or not, but $20 compared to $50. It's crazy that this game is still selling for $50 brand new. That's pretty remarkable, considering it's been out for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And of course, Red Dead Redemption. This game especially, man, I love this game so much. This is one of the best games that I've ever played personally. And it's also a top, I think it's number 6 on the list of all-time sales. So you're looking at, number 6 all-time. It sold over 67 million units. That being said, probably over 75% of those are digital. So on the physical side and the highest grades, they could do very, very well. Very well, because you're combining popularity and scarcity on the physical side, potentially. Time will tell. But at an investment price of $21, I think it's probably worth it. And again, none of this is financial advice, but yeah.
Sean, do you know the difference, or if there is a difference for people who are maybe thinking about making a purchase here on one of these things between getting PS4, PS5, Xbox One? Is there any difference between platform when you're investing in these?
Yeah. So, and a big shout out to our good friend Jason Rendall up Crypto, because he really gave us a good breakdown of how to go about this assessment. So the 2 best-selling systems by far in terms of game and IP is Nintendo. So if it's an original Nintendo game, let's go for Nintendo. And then obviously Sony, it would be the next big one. So for games that are cross-promoted on different platforms, Sony is the way to go. So for like Red Dead Redemption between Sony and Xbox, you want to go Sony. They'll sell for a higher premium for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Unless the Xbox game is only on Xbox, which is for Halo
exclusive or something. Yeah.
Halo, for example.
Yeah.
Halo is a perfect example of that. That's an Xbox exclusive game. So obviously you don't have an option, and people still will pay a premium for that.
Yeah.
I mean, still the original Halo game is sold for over $100,000 before.
Wow.
Yeah. Another thing to add is keep in mind, like when we talk about do your own research, like for Red Dead Redemption 2, it has a PlayStation 5 version, but that's not the original version. The original version came out for PlayStation 4, and that's what you want to go for is the PlayStation 4 versions and not the PlayStation 5s. And you have to do a little bit of research on that. I just looked up the Elden Scrolls, and apparently the ones that are out now are like the latest releases, which is why it's called like standard edition, special edition. Those are not first prints.
Yeah.
So you still have to kind of go back and do a little bit of fine research to get the original release, and it usually works by just looking up the original release date. And
yeah, exactly. And also up here, I just realized it says the SKU number. So if you look up the SKU number, you can probably figure out when it was released.
Yeah.
And that's also something to keep in mind, guys. So like if this is a later release, I probably wouldn't purchase this. or you always want to go for first releases, especially for modern games. Go for first release prints, and you can look up the SKU number and probably find out online what that is. So definitely make sure to put the time and research and know what it is you're buying. So yeah. Very cool. So actually, we do have some questions on the side.
We have some questions. We definitely have some questions.
Yay! Questions!
Slider. Talking about action figure collecting, as you often do, what was your favorite action figure you had growing up? Mine was TMNT. I'm going to start right off the bat. Mine was 100% TMNT. I have boxes full of open, played with action figures that would throw across the room that are banged up. I love TMNT, and that was my go-to. What about you guys? Kev, what about you?
For me, it was Batman. I was a big fan of the 89 movie and the 92 movie, as well as the animated series that came out. So I had mostly just little Batman figurines around playing with those guys, and sometimes Star Wars.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm going to share my screen because I don't think you guys know what things are.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Have you guys ever heard of Rescue Heroes?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what I had as a kid. There was an animated TV show called Rescue Heroes, and they were basically just all like cops or whatever, but they were like souped up like superhero, like a superhero cop, superhero construction worker, superhero.
Nice.
Like I remember like this one here, like the firefighter with like this big like water cannon. But yeah, I had a bunch of these growing up. But yeah, the TV show was great. I love the TV show. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. So, I'd never heard of that.
Probably looking back, that was probably the one I had like the most. But I didn't really have a lot of action figures. That wasn't like really the thing that I played with the most. But that was it. Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome. With physical collecting on the rise and digital beginning to catch on, what advice would you give to someone looking to get into collecting for the first time, physically or digitally?
Good question.
So I think this is it's a bit of a loaded question. I think most importantly, just with collecting in general, you want to make sure that you put your time and research into whatever it is you're looking into.
Yeah.
Think about why you're buying it. Are you buying it for your own collection? Are you buying it as an investment? If you're buying it for your own collection and you don't care about the value, you don't care if it's a first print, you don't care about any of that, that's fine. That's great. We encourage that. But again, make sure you're not overpaying for it. So that's the kind of thing you want to do is put time and research and making sure whatever you're buying.
Yeah, figure out what things are worth before you throw your money. I definitely just seen something on eBay and I'm like, oh, I want that, and I buy it, and then like 2 seconds later, I look up the past price. Oh, I paid twice as much for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's probably the foundation of just getting involved in collecting in general. Now, obviously, if you're looking for investments, that's a whole different can of worms. Yeah. You gotta really put the time in and really understand the market, what you're getting into, the ups and downs, the potential risks, along with the potential rewards. Sometimes I definitely glorify certain ideas in my head sometimes, and I think a lot of people do. So make sure you have facts to back up what it is you believe in and why. That's really important. That's really important.
Totally. And I would also say if you're thinking about getting into it, pick one thing to start, because there's so many different things that you can collect, and each has their own little idiosyncrasies and little things that you have to know for that hobby. So it's I say pick one thing that you're really excited about and get really into that, because it's it's fun as a hobby, but once you are starting to get into it from an investment perspective, you want to know what you're buying, and the hobby becomes a lot more fun if you know what it is you're talking about. And also just for the social aspects around it as well. It's knowing what you're talking about in the space, opens up opportunities, interacting with other collectors, which could, open opportunities to be able to, buy things that you didn't even know existed, or, get access to things that you didn't previously have access to. So, I think pick one thing, dive into it. And then if you find you don't like it, then go to something else. But try to get really good at one thing.
Yeah. That's one of the things I love about VeVe, is that it's also an easy platform to understand, to get into. You see what you're getting into. It's IPs that you understand. So that's another easy way to get in, especially on the digital side. Is
Yeah.
VeVe just helps out a lot with that.
You can carry your hundreds of collectibles in your pocket at all times.
Yeah.
You're not like look around your options and say, what do I do with my life?
Yeah, that's also something you should think about. If you're thinking about getting into physical collecting.
Yeah.
Think about how much physical space you have, and how obsessive a personality you have, and how much do you think you're actually going to buy, and then whatever that amount is, triple it, and then see if you still have space.
Like if you're getting involved with VHS or sealed media, get a bookcase or get something where you can store this and have an isolated location where you can start storing things. Because once that space starts to disappear, you start to understand, okay, now I'm running out of space. Because I have a friend actually who just got involved in collecting VHS tapes, and he's been going kind of crazy. And I told him, take a beat. You're gonna want to buy everything. You're excited about it, but you only have limited space. And he was texting me the other day. He's like, "Oh man, Sean, you're right. I didn't listen to you, and now I don't know what to do with all this stuff."
Oh man!
And he just turned to a hoarder, and you don't want to. You gotta be
don't become a hoarder.
With the stuff, the long term value.
My grandkids,
It gets complicated. So, yeah, you just want to be very careful in terms of space. You want to acknowledge this stuff right off the bat because it goes by quick, And also, I would say, especially if you're looking to invest in VHS specifically, be patient. Be patient on what you're going to buy, and because everything's going to seem very appealing right off the bat. I want a first print of this. I want a first print of that. But just be patient and really assess what you want for your collection and where you want it to go and over like the next year or two. Maybe even write out a roadmap, or a business plan for your own personal collection. It's not a bad idea, actually. I didn't do that. Yeah, I didn't. I was just like, buy this, buy that.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, it's also kind of cool knowing certain values of things because you can buy certain stuff and you're like, well, regardless of what I bought it for, I know I could sell it for way more. Like, for example, here we go. Example, and timely too. So this is basically a second print of Gremlins. And the only reason why it's a second print is because it doesn't have a two-tone VHS in it, which is green.
Yeah.
So it has so the two, aside from that, it's pretty much identical to the first print. But we got this tape for $100 on eBay and still sealed. And this tape sold once on Heritage for $5,000.
Yeah.
So, we $100 plus $50 for the grading. I mean, I'm very confident we can sell for more than that.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of mindset you want to have too when you are investing.
It also just allows you to jump on something. Like, I mean, obviously you don't want to like be emotional and like buy something without, doing the research and knowing what it is. But like, if you are well researched, like, if there's a really good opportunity to buy something, you can jump on it before other people do, just because you have that knowledge. And the same thing goes for like, and we buy most of our sealed media online, ironically. But if you're going to thrift stores or estate sales or whatever, and you're kind of doing the hunt, like knowing what these things are worth ahead of time makes that whole process way easier because you're not sitting there having to look up every single little thing, look up every single tape to see if it's worth something or every single DVD or video game. But if you generally, know what's worth what, you can kind of do a quick skim, find the things that are actually valuable, and then maybe do a deeper dive from there. So, it saves a lot of time and effort too. Yeah.
Especially for sealed VHS, sealed cassettes, things like that. Just think about the most popular movies, the most popular artists. I think that's a good start, especially when you're hunting. But also very niche horror films from the 80s.
Yeah.
Even unopened. I mean, CIB with the actual cassette inside and the actual case. There's some that have sold for thousands of dollars opened. I mean, what was the one? I keep forgetting the name, but it's like the Attack of the Killer Refrigerator.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, it's literally like shot on VHS in someone's house refrigerator horror film, but it's so rare that people pay a huge premium for it.
Apparently, there's only 300 produced. No one's ever seen a sealed copy, and an open copy recently sold for over $5,000. And this is an open copy that I guarantee you everyone would overlook inside of an estate sale or even at a flea market or whatever. People would overlook that for sure.
Yeah. And anytime I see a horror tape and I'm like, I've never heard of this before, I look it up. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just in case.
And speaking of which, we're actually really excited. We're actually going to SF Fan Expo this weekend on Saturday. Kevin, you're still coming, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. All right. Now that we established Kevin's coming, we are going to meet Bruce Campbell, who is the actor in Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
So we have this. This is not a first print tape. I bought this before doing my research. I bought it 2 years ago. Didn't do my research, but it's tape nonetheless. And we're going to sign. But also, this is really cool. This is a sealed.
Yeah. Look at that beauty.
It's the full-length screener of Army of Darkness, and we're going to have Bruce Campbell sign it. Sam Raimi was supposed to be there, but he keeps canceling all these events.
No.
Sam Raimi.
Sam. Come on, Sam.
Sam.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really cool question, Slider. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
And now I think we have some questions from Twitter and Facebook.
We do.
Ooh.
I'll pull them up. All right. First one from Viva La VeVe. Do you see VeVe dropping an increased volume of film-related collectibles in 2025? I personally like to see some rockin' 80s classics like Top Gun, Lost Boys, Goonies, Karate Kid. Yeah. I hope so.
I hope so. It all comes down to the IPs and who owns these rights at this point. Probably Paramount for a lot of these. You know, some of these companies might not be around anymore, so it really just comes down to the IPs and getting everything sorted for that. Yeah,
I would love to see it on VeVe. However, I think that we'll probably see this first on McFarlane Toys or McFarlane Digital. I think that'd probably be the first place we'll see it, purely because we've seen a lot of these characters in McFarlane Toys figures, right? A lot of these classic films.
Yeah.
And I think they actually dropped some stuff recently of characters from movies. I think didn't
they do that. Yeah, they had Dune. They had a few things recently. I forgot what it was. Oh, they actually had Goonies at one point.
Oh,
yeah. They had Chunk. Yeah, not digital, but like McFarlane had like Chunk and stuff. So
there you go. So it'll be an easy transition for them because that's their format, their style. Because I presume that probably the same. I think on VeVe, I think what would be really cool is if we see original posters, like movie posters. I think we'll probably see that. That's pretty cool.
Like what Mondo did.
Yeah, like Mondo. Yeah. I don't know how they would do it on VeVe unless they do digital characters, kind of similar to what they've been doing. Yeah, I mean that'd be awesome. I'm all about it. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah, I'm like Top Gun. They could do like a fighter jet or something like that. Or,
exactly.
You know, there's definitely like other like things like Karate Kid. You could get like a waxing machine or something, or like
sure.
All right, moving on. Another one from Viva La VeVe. What was your top toy brand from childhood? We kind of already got that.
Oh yeah! Wow, same question. Yeah.
Same question.
I mean, top toy brand could also mean like Bandai, Hasbro,
that's true,
or something like that. Which I would say probably for me as a kid, it probably was like Hasbro. Hasbro had like a lot of the IPs for a lot of these characters.
I got something for you, Kev. I'm curious if you ever played with these.
I feel like mine might have been Bandai Namco.
Do you remember these, Kev? This is your time.
What are these?
They're called Magic Works, and basically they're isolated magic tricks for each box that you'd open up, and they're independent magic tricks that you can perform to your friends and family, whatever. You're just in yourself in front of a mirror if that's the route you want to go.
Wow.
Yeah, but this is so cool. This was really I saw this and I totally forgot about it until recently. And there's some on eBay. I'm thinking about getting one, but then I looked around. I'm like, no, Sean, no, bad.
Yeah, bad job.
No, bad.
No, I didn't do that.
This is something I was super into as well.
I used to get like cheap magic tricks for like tickets at like like Chuck E. Cheese or stuff. You get those like cheap little magic things you do. So, used to do that.
Awesome.
I was a big like builder as a kid, so I loved like Legos and Connects and like Bionicle. I love Bionicle. Those were sick.
I don't know that one.
You know what Bionicles were?
Don't
know.
I
gotta show you Bionicles.
It's weird. I got into Legos later. I got into more as an adult than I did when I was a kid.
A lot of adults who've gotten into them later. But Bionicle. There was mean, a lot of these, they were so smart to like create these like TV shows around a lot of
Oh,
these
the
toys.
TV show too.
Because,
And there's so many things that have shows that you don't even
so many
realize.
things that have shows, but I mean, it's perfect. Do you recognize these things?
Oh,
Like Lego's the
Oh.
one who came out, but it was like a sub brand for.
oh, it's Lego.
Yeah, it was a Lego sub brand. Yeah,
Oh no, I don't
you don't
remember
recognize
any of
these
this.
things?
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, but then they would have like TV shows like Bionicle 3, Web of Shadows, The Final Battle of
Is that-
Louis on DVD. You know, like they had like.
Do you see what I see?
What?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. One of these robots was very well endowed.
Well,
Yeah, I was like, wow,
well
well equipped.
it's multifunctional too.
Yeah, but yeah, I was a big fan of all those toys. I think.
Yeah, no, I
don't know if it was
missed that.
my parents wanted me to do like educational-ish things that like
Mm.
required some thought because you had to like build them. Which, if that's what they did, thank you. But I don't know.
Wow.
All right, from at Matthews Comics, top 5 physical drops of 2024. Any platform.
New platform. Top 5
Drops.
physical drops 2024. Oh man.
The Harry Potter one that came out in 2024, right?
Yeah.
The Harry
That
Potter
was-
Funko.
Yeah.
I think that was 2024. That was definitely one of my favorites.
I think the Penny Black one was really cool.
Yeah,
that
the
was
Penny Black was really cool. I really like the Penny Black one. I'm just thinking of phygital drops. How about
yeah.
I know.
they're
I know.
Oh, physical
Yeah.
drops.
Yeah,
Top
physical.
5 physical drops. Yeah.
Huh.
And I've enjoyed like VeVe's like physical stuff, which is also phygital, but like the Fig Pin stuff was really cool.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Really like Fig Pin. I really liked all the physical comics that they've been releasing at the
The
Comic-Con.
KFC.
The KFC pin with Fig Pen. So like that kind of stuff I've really enjoyed. I don't know. I feel like most of the physical stuff we buy is like old physical stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Old vintage stuff that people somehow kept sealed.
Let's just think about digital then. If we're physical's kind of tough because there's not a ton of options. But digital, I think one of the cooler ones was Detective Comics 31 on Candy.
Nice.
That's a really cool comic though.
Yeah.
You're looking at like a minimum $50,000 floor for that comic. Very hard to get. So digital format, it's a really big deal to have an opportunity to own that. So yeah, very, very cool piece for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to do that though.
I was gonna say quick shout out to Sven and what up, Master Roshi.
Hey, Master Roshi.
What's going on, guys?
Good morning, guys. Yeah. Yeah, we might have to do that, like our top 5 drops of the year.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that idea. Yeah, we'll ruminate on that one. Moving on, Courtney Rhines. In digital comics, will common comics with low mint numbers have more value than secret rares because they look like the originals?
Yeah, I mean,
We've talked about this quite a bit.
I would say yes and no. Unfortunately, it's one of those things of it comes down to the person, I think, who's going to be like really wanting that. Because I know a lot of people like myself, I like more of the original artwork rather than some of the secret rares. Some of the secret rares, I don't really care for the artwork. I don't care for the way they look. Not all of them, just some of them.
Yeah.
But so to me, I would put more value on that. But then again, a secret rare is secret rare. It has that limited edition number. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a hard one, but I think it kind of comes down to what it is. Like AF-15, I think would be the common one because that cover is just so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be the most valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to personal preference and what you like to collect. But yeah, I think long term, I think it is possible for some of these low mint commons to surpass, the floor price of a secret rare, depending on how low it is and just where the market goes. But yeah, we've talked about it a bunch.
We definitely saw it even near the bull run.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that happen.
Oh yeah, totally.
We had confirmed sales of low mint commons outperforming floor secret rares.
Yeah.
We saw that specifically with Marvel Spotlight number 5. I remember there was like a mint number 203 or 202. It wasn't even the first one. Sold for much more than the secret rare at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely happened. It will happen in the future. Yeah, I'm sure it will. But again, it just comes down to, like you guys said, personal preference. And that doesn't, by the way, we're not saying that secret rares don't matter.
Yeah.
Obviously, they sell for a premium for a reason. A lot of it is scarcity, and I presume that they're always going to outperform because of the total editions compared to the commons. But just keep in mind, too, if the commons start skyrocketing in price, they typically usually helps the other variants go up in value. So something to keep in mind as well,
Yeah.
Gotta give a quick shout out to my boy Yusuf.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let's go, Fogle. Yeah.
Love you, buddy. Missed you already. All right.
Awesome.
Moving on to the next one. Another one from Courtney. Is it worth buying unsealed old VHS tapes? Do they have value?
Kevin, you got this one?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Depending on how rare it is, how old it is, if it's a first edition, especially, like, yeah, some of these things are still valuable, even unsealed. I mean, obviously, it's still better even if it has a little bit of plastic on it. But like unsealed, it's called complete in box at CIB, and that's what we even collect some of those ourselves. Like we have some of those, and yeah, they do have a lot of value. Yeah.
Here's a perfect example.
Yeah, there you go. Back to the Future.
So this is actually a true first print of Back to the Future, and it even has the Scotch sticker on the side, which is a really big deal.
This is like a partial seal. Like it's technically it has the seal on it, but it's not fully sealed.
Yeah.
The plastic's still on it, but it was just ripped from the bottom. Which a lot of collectors, when you look at the video game market, they sell for CIB sells for insane values for the really big grails. We've seen like the original NES for Zelda sell for $20,000+. Mario has consistently sold for $50,000+. Crazy, and especially if they have the plastic on it and it's in really good condition. Even the box by itself, it's wild. This one actually is
the way to. And that one's also signed. Yeah,
it got signed by Michael J. Fox too. So it's CIB first print. And just for context, I mean, a first print of Back to the Future, there's less than 10 known sealed copies in existence today. Less than 10. That's it. And those sell for thousands and thousands of dollars. And if you have a chance to get one CIB like this, and it's plastic especially, because it helps identify and represent when these become out of reach, these are going to be the logical next step for collectors, and these will go up in value based on the condition.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. There's only 10 people in the world who can own a first print sealed copy. So at most.
Yeah.
So once all of those are purchased and out of circulation, if somebody wants one and wants to invest in the IP, the next best option to have is basically a CIB first print. So
and we do fully expect more to emerge over time. There are definitely sealed ones.
Yeah, but they are still so limited. And Back to the Future, that's like 1985. I mean, there's for tapes that are even older than that, even more scarce. Like definitely like stuff from like late 80s, or late 70s. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I think it's just following what the video game market has done, and it's the same thing. Comic books. It's like once people are priced out of a 9.8, then they go down to a 9.6, or for the Grail comics, if you're priced out of a 4.0, then you go down to a 2.0 or whatever. It's same thing. So people buy what's within reach, and then if they still want to get involved and invest in the IP, they kind of go to their next best option.
Yeah. But obviously always keep in mind, like, go for like the tapes that look good or in good condition, because these things, they do degrade. VHS tapes degrade. People don't realize that. They get mold on them. They start deteriorating over time. The boxes get roughed up. So even if it's a CIB, always try to go for like one that looks good, doesn't have too many markings on it and stuff like that.
And keep in mind, if it's sealed, they'll grade the seal, and then they'll also grade the box.
Yeah.
Whereas CIB, they'll grade the box, and then they'll grade the cassette
tape itself.
Yeah.
So that's important to keep in mind. You got to look at the condition of the cassette. If it's torn apart.
Exactly.
It's going to bring down the entire grade of the CIB.
Or if it's been like waterlogged, or if there's any markings on it. Yeah.
This is pretty wild. So we actually are lucky enough to be one of the only 10 people in the world, potentially 10, maybe less, in the world that own a first print of Back to the Future. So this is the one that I showed you earlier. We had them both signed at LA Comic Con, but this one right here is actually a true first print, and it's still sealed.
Fully sealed.
It's fully sealed. It's got the wraparound watermarks. Now, what's crazy about this is that we actually got it graded already.
9.4, which is a crazy.
It came back at 9.4, so I kept the label for it.
And then we cracked it.
And then we cracked it. Yeah, we got it cracked open because we wanted to get it signed by Michael J. Fox, and it already has a JSA sticker on the side right here. So it's already signed by Michael J. Fox. Now, the reason why we haven't gotten it graded yet is because we're waiting for CGC to release their yellow labels, which we're so excited about. And we've had a chance to talk to them about it too. It's just a matter of when, not if. They're working out logistics, but I anticipate that that's going to be a really big deal for the sealed media market. And also just signing in general you have a chance now, because I never really was into getting signatures from actors, but now I'm like, who's signing? Let's get the VHS.
Now there's an investment opportunity involved.
It's an investment opportunity. You can resell things and reinvest in other stuff. So it's a very new market, and especially when, man, I will say the JSA yellow labels are fantastic. We've seen them. They announced it with cards. They announced it with magazines. They're slowly introducing different categories, but I presume that by the end of 2025, I would be astonished if we haven't seen sealed media announced. Because this is gonna be a big deal. We obviously, everyone, if you don't know already, JSA was bought out by CGC. So if you have a CGC sticker on or JSA sticker on it, it's already good to go. So I can literally submit this thing in. It already has the JSA sticker on it. It says it's confirmed authentication by Michael J. Fox, and this is going to get a yellow label, and it's going to be one of only two that at least I know of in existence signed by Michael J. Fox. Because we actually had a buddy who has probably one of the most beautiful copies of first print in the world. And we had actually signed for him and for Michael J. Fox.
His is probably like a 9.6, 9.8. Like it
was a 9.4 from Rewind, and they grade
tough.
They grade hard. They grade tough. So it'd probably be a CGC 9.6. Probably at least. Yeah. So really cool copy. But
yes, to answer your question, they do have value. All right, and then last question before we head out today: when Omi to physical?
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be really cool. So you have like physical collectibles, maybe. I mean, we'd love to see Marvel Mighties. Have chasers for physical Marvel Mighties. Maybe at VeVe opens a store and sells physical collectibles dedicated to their brand.
Or even Dr. Profit expands Stacker, and people are able to list physicals on there, and then buy people's physicals with Omi. I don't know if Omi is going to be the ones who do it, but I could see somebody else integrating this into a platform to make it possible.
I mean, we already know that Heritage accepts ETH and Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure Golden does as well. I'm
sure eventually eBay will. Like I'd be shocked if eBay didn't eventually do it. And if Omi becomes like the cryptocurrency of the collecting space, like why not integrate it? So
we've been telling a lot of our partners over the past year and a half, 2 years, they need to start accepting cryptocurrency as a form of payment. And at the time, it's still kind of speculative, even though a lot of these prices during the bull run, everything came back down. During the bear run, so it's hard to get involved in it. But now, with everything that we know now, I mean, you either have to get involved in it, or you're going to be so far behind, and you're missing out on an opportunity. So, I think it's really important.
Would love to see it. All right, Sean. I think it's time to pick a giveaway winner.
Ooh, we're doing this live.
Everybody, this is awesome.
So how do we want to do this?
So we have 2 bounties out right now. The first one is for Sanity number 1, mint number 2024, and that bounty ends this Friday, and it's done. But we also have another bounty out for a second bounty out. What is that bounty for? What collectible? What's the name of the collectible for that bounty? The first person to answer correctly in the comments will get a physical Spider-Man PSA graded card. Right in the comments. What collectible is it?
Technically, you're getting a digital card, but
there you go. Slider. Boom.
Boom.
Nailed it.
Slider's paying attention.
Well done.
Congratulations, Slider. Yes, send us a DM with your wallet address for Courtyard, or really just like any Ethereum address, but something that you use on Polygon, and we'll go ahead and drop that into your account. But if you don't have an account already set up, you can just go on Courtyard to set one up, and then just give us the ETH address in your account.
Congratulations, you just won this. So this is an NFT representing the physical that's stored in a Brinks vault, and again, we'll transfer this NFT over to you, which you can have in your personal collection. And you can do whatever you want with it. Congratulations.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Well, this has been so fun, gentlemen.
Ooh.
To everyone out there, have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Smash the like
and
button.
subscribe.
Don't see it enough.
Subscribe to our newsletter.
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
Everything.
Yeah, we're
Do all of it.
say I'm thankful for each of you guys, and
Oh yeah, buddy. No, I'm thankful for bringing your friends and for being on the show and having this. This is awesome. I always love coming out here.
I'm thankful for Sean's frozen face right now.
Yeah. He's literally frozen. Let's see if he comes back. Let's see if he makes it. Is he gonna make it?
I don't know.
Hey,
Ah!
I should imagine. Good time for the internet to go out. Very timely. Yeah. Well, I echo what Spencer said, whatever he was saying. And thanks again for joining everybody.
Bye.